Hey guys, it's another fabulous, wonderful Wednesday. What's your name?
Alex the Car Doctor. Alex the Car Doctor. Welcome back to another one of my lives, good people. So good to be here with you guys
Mrs. Car Doctor.
after a long work week.
It ain't even been a long work
It
week.
seemed like it.
It's a Wednesday. We halfway through the week.
Halfway tired.
Anyway, tonight's Wednesday Night Live. Okay, we on here talking about buying new cars off the lot.
I got some good stuff to share with you guys.
Yes, a lot of people. I guess you know what? I'm a little bit not bougie, but oblivious. I would say to
Definitely oblivious.
dang, you put emphasis on oblivious. Anyway, to what it's like to buy a brand new car off the lot because I've never bought a brand new car. All the cars that I've ever had was used, and
I don't think I ever had a brand. I did buy a brand new thing. I'm sure we'll get back to that. Never a brand new car.
I've always had a handy mechanic since I've been an adult, and so I've never had to be challenged with the task of buying a brand new car and warranties and things like that. So tell us, Car Doctor, what's your opinion?
Guys, don't be subject to being a guinea pig. I'm going to kick it off with saying that. What I mean by that is when you buy something that's brand new, especially after they did a design change and they done changed the engine, you're basically the guinea pig. Yeah, they probably run tests and so-called tests, but sometimes they cheap out and not run the full test that they say they did. And they put this new product out there, and yeah, you get stuck with all these issues that they're not aware of. And sometimes the dealership the manufacturer who makes the car can't figure out their own problems. I ran into situations like that. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all the manufacturer. Other techs on the phone with the manufacturers trying to figure out what's going on with this car, and it's crazy. So my rule of thumb is if you're gonna buy something brand new, research the engine. Do not buy a vehicle just, oh yes, it looks great. Oh man, it got all these new features in it. I got to trade in my 19 for this new 23 or 24. They probably selling 24 models right now. I'm not sure. And not knowing that changeover came with a new design engine, and you're just going to be left testing it out, the guinea pig. And it's just going to leave a bad taste in your mouth because half the time your car is going to stay in the dealership for recalls and warranty work.
Hey y'all, got the more medic in the house. Hi you guys. So tonight we're talking about buying new cars off the lot. So I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, I guess I learned that from you. I probably would have, like my mom bought a new car when I was a kid once. Oh no, twice. One was a Kia Sophia, like I said, that's the best Kia ever made, and the second one was a Chevy Cavalier. But those were good cars.
Now, if you're gonna buy a new car, check the track record. Meaning, guys, first of all, never buy a car for the looks alone, because yeah, you can look good on side of the road, like I always tell you guys. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that statistic. Yeah. We got another couple of hundred more cars that done caught on fire out the blue. You don't want to be that person.
No.
Got a couple of thousand more recalls where the brakes done failed and people done ran into the back of the tractor trailers, God forbid. Don't be that person.
Yeah.
You know? So when you're buying a new car, see what drivetrain it has. See how far that drivetrain go back, because most of the time manufacturers, they don't like switching up drivetrains, meaning engine and transmission. They would keep that engine and transmission for a long duration of time to get their money's worth, because it costs to remanufacture a whole nother engine. So check the track record. I told you guys I'll come back to a quick story. I bought my new first vehicle, and back in 16, was it, or 15? When I bought my motorcycle.
Oh, I'm like, vehicle. You threw me. I'm like, what car you done bought?
It's a vehicle. It modes of transportation.
You is El Cheapo. Like, I know you ain't bought no new car. It was a Suzuki
Back when? I was going to tell him.
Oh, 2016. I don't know.
2016. I bought a DL650. For my two-wheel fans out there, we know the V-Strom engine goes way back, and it has a reliable track record. They manufacture. I think they just stopped producing that engine due to emissions. But that engine was bulletproof. And that's what you want to do. You want to research the drivetrain when buying a new vehicle. That way you know, okay, this drivetrain has a good track record, or no, this drivetrain and the components around it is failing left from right. Let me stay away from it. Perfect example, guys. Chrysler, well, let's say Stellantis. I like calling them Fiat, but
there's
I think
Chrysler, Fiat, Jeep.
Fiat. They sold it to Stellantis, which I think Stellantis is still Fiat in my opinion. I don't know. Somebody clear that up for me.
But I think that's the parent company of them all now.
So they're Stellantis now, and they just came out with this new Hornet. And everybody, I guarantee you, once they start hitting the showroom floor, everybody gonna be jumping on them left from right. And that would be the wrong move. I always tell people, let other people be the guinea pigs. See let it be out by a year, at least a year. If you want it really bad, let it be out a year and just get the 25 model. Just wait. You don't want to be burdened with those problems, because that second year, they're going to work out all the kinks. They're going to have the updates. You're going to spend less time at the dealership if you just be patient. Patience is key, especially dealing with this new Hornet that has a whole new look, whole new engine. It's just a total different monster
that we know nothing about. You don't know what recalls are gonna come about. We don't know.
It may put your life in danger. This stuff can sometimes be very serious, so you got to think about this stuff sometimes. I'd rather stick to the demons that I know. That's the Pentastar.
I knew you was about to say that. I knew you was about to say something.
Pretty much.
I will say that. Wait, what about the warranties though? I always tell people, listen, you like I think your brother's like, I got the warranty.
Oh yeah, it's a warranty.
That's not a gift, honey. That's a warranty because something may go wrong with it. We're gonna cover you. That's not something like, oh, they're being nice. That's, hey, we know in our testing there's a chance this may go wrong, so we're gonna give you something to cover it just in case, but only for this certain amount of time. After that, you're out of luck. You're out of pocket, is what you are.
And sometimes, well, mostly all the time, every customer I talk with, it seems like the manufacturers would design this stuff to last up into the warranty, and 3 or 4 days after warranty, something major go out. I hear this story all the time.
Yeah.
Like, dang it, man! I'm like 3 days out of warranty, or I'm 1,000 miles out of warranty, or 900, whatever the case may be. It happens all the time. So, with this, what's the word we use? They designed this stuff to fail.
Planned obsolescence.
Planned obsolescence is getting real.
It's a real thing.
It's getting real out here. They're starting to do it more and more, and it's bringing. They starting to set the standards real low. Okay, we're gonna try to make this fail. Plan this to fail at 100,000 miles. It's a 100,000 mile car. You know, that's all that is designed to go.
Right. Well, I know that for a fact with European cars, but we'll say that for
we'll say another video. I have stories about those.
Yeah,
too.
And facts about that. Those cars are not designed to last. They're designed for you to trade them in whenever you reach a certain amount of mileage.
We'll talk about that in another live. So write down in the comment if you want us to talk about that.
Cover that subject, maybe.
If y'all don't say nothing, I'm just gonna forget about it.
Well, I want to see my last 2 cents about this issue is, I sell used cars for a living. Aside, I have my own separate company next door to my husband's company, but we're
neighbors.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Kissing neighbors.
Smooching with my neighbor.
Yep. Don't do that at home, guys. That'll get you in trouble.
No. I will probably help your wife burn everything down to the ground. But anyway, I get
Lemon law.
Lemon law, thank you. Lemon law.
People are so quick to say, lemon law on used cars don't exist in a nutshell.
It doesn't exist in the state of Georgia. Now, I know California has some pretty strict laws regarding their stuff, even more strict than on this side of the country. But
everything's strict over in California, down to the guns.
If we got any Californians in the house, Californians
stress me out.
Yeah.
My sister stay down there. I'm like, I just can't deal with it. The traffic, the laws. I'm a big gun person. I like my clips.
Babe, we ain't talking about your guns. Big. Anyway, lemon laws in Georgia. It does not apply to used cars. It applies to new cars, brand new supposed cars. So that ought to tell you a lot that they had to put a law in place about it. So I guess before we jump into the questions and things like that, because also we're open to questions. You got any car questions, drop them down. Buying a new car off the lot, we don't advise unless
it has a good track record.
It's got a good track record. It's been out for a while. If there's been different generations, maybe improvements on prior generations, like the Pentastar. Okay, that engine is in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would confidently buy a new Pentastar today because I already know
they did redesign it. They put an EGR cooler on the 18 and up models.
But is it reliable? Are we still getting the Pentastar tick?
I would say not. I haven't seen none come through the shop.
We're going to have to find out. We're going to have to find out.
Somebody write down in the comment, I guess this stuff's still under warranty and people still taking it to the dealership and not mom and pop shops. But they may have fixed the issue.
I don't know.
And I haven't seen or heard anything about the EGR cooler and stuff malfunctioning. So
don't be so eager to go be the first to go buy the Viper because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And then my husband always said, if you're gonna get a car, you're gonna pay on the car.
Yeah, this is my biggest.
This is the smartest thing he's ever said outside of turning wrenches and
Preach
stuff.
It,
I'm about to put you
on. Lay one on her.
I'm about to put you on. Always, if you're gonna pay on something, why not get the bells and whistles too? Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean go out and buy 2023 latest model leather seats, leather interior. You're gonna pay out the wazoo. Go about 2 or 3 years back, okay? It's going to cost the same as a brand new car with wind up windows. But at least you got all of the bells and whistles.
You have a fully loaded car that look way better than a 24, whatever is out.
Right.
The base model.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay
thousands
of dollars less.
You're going to pay less. You're going to have all the bells and whistles and features and things like that. So if we were to buy something that's a little bit
pricey,
we
did. I put my first we had our first car note back in 14
before I was a dealer, which I had said don't do, but he had did it anyway.
I'll try to surprise my wife and she didn't take it well. I put a big bow on it and everything. I'm still
why you gotta put me out there like that? Listen,
she was like, she looked out the window.
I was trying to be financially savvy.
She gave me that take it back look. I was like, oh, man.
I was trying to be financially savvy. I did not want a car note.
Did I screw up, man? Because prior to that, I asked, I was like, babe, just making small talk. What color you want? Do you want sunroof?
I was naming stuff that I thought was impossible, like black on black, sunroof. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we were just talking. So
and he done went and got the car. And I'm looking like, what are you doing? I don't want to pay a car note. But anyway. Needless to say, I love that car, and I'm probably gonna drive it until I'm an old lady.
Big bowl too. She gave me that steak look. I'll never forget that. I'm like, I did not expect this reaction.
I was trying to be financially savvy.
Man, forget that. We only live once.
Man, whatever. Going on to the first question. Y'all get the point. If you got any questions about buying new cars, put it in the comments. I'm about to roll on to the first question. Zachary Atwood says, wondering about the Kia K5. I know it has the inline 4 and a 8-speed automatic.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Right now, I don't trust no Kia. They done put a real bad taste in my mouth. Mm-hmm. A Kia is basically like a knockoff Toys R Us. Of course, Toys R Us is not around no more, but when I was a kid, I thought that was the world's greatest toy store. So just picture being disappointed when you expecting to go in a place like Toys R Us. Oh man, got all these features. It look nice. It rides nice. And you start looking around like, man, it's a dang on Dollar Tree.
Kmart.
Kmart is.
Bring back Kmart.
But you get the idea. So
I don't think that was a good analogy.
No, it wasn't. So it done left a bad taste in my mouth until otherwise they prove different, which they have a lot of proving to do. They're not getting my okay.
Kia or Hyundai.
I just learned that the guy that stopped by waiting on the Kia parts, the black Kia.
Oh yeah, really?
He stopped by today and he said he called because he thought he was in the okay. Like, oh man, I've been spending thousands of dollars in rental cars, and it's really been taking a toll on his pocket. He thought they was gonna give him some type of relief. They were like, nope, his car don't qualify. Only the they real strange. I was like, wow, that is messed.
Well, I will say, I was just on my Instagram feed, and a friend of mine, somebody just stole her Hyundai SUV. Almost brand new.
Wow.
They're stealing these Hyundais and Kias in 30 seconds.
I don't trust them. I don't trust the electric one. I don't trust the K5. It's just they done left a bad taste in my mouth.
Is it the K5 the Optima now? I think I read that somewhere.
I don't know. Kia Optima. I mean Kia, Hyundai, same thing.
So Zachary, he got like a biased opinion.
Yeah, like, I'm very biased.
You can't even say the letter K in this house. I just like
I changed the A with D. Kid, because kids steal them.
The Moore medic said, bought my first truck when I was 22, still driving it today, 411,000 miles later.
Amazing. Drop down what type of truck that is. I bet it's like a Ford truck or a Chevy or something like that.
And he says, Fiat is fix it again, Tony. I think that is so funny.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Fix it again, Tony. Tuscan Wonder says, Toyota 2AZ FE. 2.4 liter 4-cylinder petrol engine in my 07 Camry. Leaking valve seals in this engine. Okay. Not a new issue, but it was for me.
Well, back in 07, Toyota had their big flop. If you research, my wife researched, and I didn't research it personally, so maybe, babe, you can take this one.
That's the worst Toyota ever made. The 2007 Toyota Camry was their absolute worst.
You read that?
Toyota.
I didn't read it.
I researched that and read what was the worst Toyota, because everybody's praising Toyota like it's some kind of invincible automaker. Now, granted,
like it's a tank.
Now they have established a reputation for themselves. Don't get me wrong. However, there are some model years that's just like, what the heck? Yeah, and the 2007 Camry, I read, is one of those. Okay.
Out of all of them. So my wife was like, let me research Toyota real quick, because
like,
we trying to get to the bottom of their greatness. And 07 is just didn't cut the, didn't make.
I was going to say 07 might not been a good year, but we had got married that year, huh?
Oh, that was a wonderful year. I don't care what Toyota had going on.
Carlos says, what up? Love your vids.
Oh man, I'm really happy you do. That y'all guys keep me going and keeping me want to make great content, because y'all show me so much love and appreciation, and that really drives me.
Saw a comment
thank you so much.
Saw a comment that thanked you because wherever he lives, he couldn't find anybody to diagnose his car directly. You're hundreds of miles away and diagnosed it over the internet.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what problem I diagnosed.
He was like,
said it out of nowhere.
Yeah, so. He just commented and said that. Caper says, how do you feel about Hyundai 10-year powertrain warranty?
That come with some stipulations, buddy. In order to receive that warranty, from my understanding, and if I think I read it a long time ago or talked to somebody, you have to get your car serviced there faithfully. You can't go to no mom and pop shop. You have to, if they have a waiting list out the wazoo, out the front door, on down the street miles away, you have to sit there and wait. Because if you take it somewhere else, they're going to be like, oh, nope, we don't see this maintenance item that we did it. Your warranty is voided. They're going to try to do whatever they can to get out of that warranty. And a lot of people make the mistakes of going to mom and pop's oil change spots, the quick lubes. Oh, just get my oil changed here, no big deal. Void your warranty. I'm pretty sure I got it right. Someone down in the comments correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and we'll research it too, but that's what we heard. Now, I will say what's interesting about that is 10-year powertrain warranty, right? Means after 10 years, no longer do you have a warranty, but they ain't even working on your car no more. At the dealerships, I'm hearing if your car is 10 years old or more, you can't bring your car here. So,
and the funny thing is, my front desk told me Hyundai is just they out there. They somewhere in space because somebody with a Genesis, I think a Hyundai Genesis, said they tried to take their car to the Hyundai dealership. They said, "Oh, we don't work on Genesis. You have to go to the Genesis specialist. We have a special, Genesis dealership for you." And they like, it says Hyundai though. They're like, nope, we no longer work on the Genesis. Got to take it to this dealership right here.
Just abandon their own children. Hyundai out here being a deadbeat dad. That's just.
I thought that was so hilarious. I was like, really? It says Hyundai. It's a freaking Hyundai Genesis. So, guys, you kind of see why I'm very biased against Hyundai Kia Group. They messing up. I want to say the F word, but I'm gonna keep it clean always.
PG, man.
PG. They really messing up, guys. And I don't like that for the people because people, they should be serviced well. I build my business off of service alone and making sure I treat my people right and honest and upfront. Hyundai I don't like it. It just makes me very angry. And I'm going to let y'all guys know that. Yeah. I'm going to keep it real with you. Hyundai attack me or whatever y'all want to do, but I'm going to keep it real to the day I die.
Well, and plus we got the proof, honey. You can see all these estimates and invoices of these Hyundais and Kias.
It's terrible,
coming in
man.
here.
So terrible.
Even that same gentleman that's burning all the money with the his engine burning oil, but we can't even address that until we get the body
rental
work.
Cars. He burning all the.
Gotta get the body work fixed first.
And he has PTSD because guess what? They gave him a Kia Soul, a rental Kia Soul. So he said, "Yeah, I just talked to him today. Like, yeah, I'm waking up 2:00 in the morning, looking out the door and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. He like, I can't wait to turn this thing back in."
The American says the Hornet is just a rebadged Alfa Romeo Tonale, hence a money pit.
Wow, Alfa. Because Alpha is Fiat. I think they got something going on or the same company. I didn't research it, but thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, the American. Gail Kennedy says, "Thank you guys. Appreciate your knowledge." You're welcome, Gail, girl. We out here trying to help the peoples. Joseph Cortez says, right here. And Melodic says, only 10 rounds. If you're talking about him shooting.
No, he's talking about only 10 rounds in California. Yeah, I researched that.
Oh, well, we're moving to California.
No, we're not. I was they put this block in your clip, and if you caught without that block, yeah, you're going to be facing some time.
Caper said, we need a gun review, Alice. Please don't. I'm not going to be a part of that live. You hear me? I'm out of here.
Guns and cars. That's my life right now.
My God.
And kids.
My God. The cars and the kids I can do, but this man here is like Rambo. Okay, I was just like, you know what? He says he said I like mine too, Alex.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
Us guys love our guns and trucks.
Janice Ezak, I hope I said your name right. Says please discuss about the European planned obsolescence on a future live. You got it. And I'm gonna make sure that because I am very thorough in research. I definitely don't want to be out here telling y'all. I
research too, guys. I take my YouTube channel so serious that I always try to stay up on the latest knowledge of things. I'm always taking classes, different classes, even stuff I think I may know. I'll go take the class because it's something may have changed. I take these classes. I sign up.
What did the camshaft something class.
Yeah, I took a hybrid class, so I'm up to speed on my hybrids. So I'm always bettering myself so I can, so I can bring it down to a level where normal people will understand that doesn't know anything about cars and kind of teach them in a way where they be like, oh, okay, I understand it now. And no, I don't want to deal with that. Let me go over in this direction. So that's why I do this.
Tuscan Wonder says, I know nothing about the Star of Pentacles. Pentastar.
That's funny.
know what? The Pentastar not that bad, y'all. I'm telling you. I would buy one. I would. I really would. Yep. Dan's learning curve. Hey, Dan, how's that rebuild going over there on that channel?
Dan, this is my guy. Y'all need to go check out his channel.
Check out his rebuilding like an old Mopar or something like that. Says, never bought a new car. Newest car is an 03. That's what I'm talking about. Caper said, what kind of car was the car? No, it was my 2011 Jetta TDI, which I love so much. I love the car.
That thing is a beast.
I love the car. Have gotten several speeding tickets. But it's black on black with everything that I had wanted.
It's a diesel.
It's a diesel.
When we had the diesel, not the diesel, but the gas shortage, and my wife, it's funny because the guys, all the buff know-it-all guys.
That's the only thing I hate about that car. It just happened to me the other day.
Girl, you know you're putting diesel in your car. You know that, right?
It's not. It doesn't look like a diesel.
It doesn't sound like a diesel.
I'm pumping my fuel. It's like, and I hate the sarcastic ones. If you gonna help me, but don't be sarcastic.
It's just like the VW commercials.
Don't wait till I start pumping and be like, that's diesel, ain't it? I'm like, yes, it is. And the car is diesel too. Thank you. Back up off of me, man. I know what I'm doing.
I'm a big diesel head because a diesel car can get as much fuel economy as a hybrid. We get on the highway. It doesn't really like city.
From Georgia
to Florida.
To Pensacola, Florida, or Jacksonville, Florida.
About a 5-hour road trip.
Quarter tank.
It burns a quarter tank of gas. That thing literally get like 50 miles to the gallon.
I got
better than a hybrid.
I think that I'm gonna probably try to get 1 million miles out that car. I keep y'all up.
I can't tell you the stuff I've done to it.
Okay, we're gonna move right on before the people be watching. But it's a great car. Yes. It's sporty. It's fast.
I don't recommend it because upkeeping a diesel, ouch. That's all I'm gonna say.
But it's fast, honey. I passed Alex on the expressway this morning. His little hoopty-doo Honda. He left.
Why you gotta say that?
He left 10 minutes before me, right? So I'm just bopping, riding, listening to something. And I see this little slow Honda. I literally passed him in slow motion. I was like, honey.
I think I be going fast. It feel like I be going fast. So if it feel it, if I think it, I must be going fast, right?
No, honey. Left him in the dust. Anyway.
Moving on. I was going fast. I mean,
look, I got a couple of tickets I need to handle. I can't be getting any more. Melodic Tune says your intentions were good. 100. They were.
What?
On buying the car. But now that it's paid off, I love the car. Okay, I love it. Carlos says, damn, I got scammed. Got a 2018 Honda Pilot with 88,000 miles for $20,000. What's your opinion? I don't think that's bad.
It's a Pilot.
It's a Honda.
Yeah.
You're going to spend some money on those.
You will. It's that nice SUV.
Let me look up. Let me see. I'm going to just KBB the thing on this phone here. He said,
I don't think you got scammed, especially depending on your area. We are talking about a Honda that really hold their value. Look up that Pilot.
What size? What you got? You
got an LX.
Oh, an LX.
88,000. So round it out to 89, 90.
Let me see.
18 fair purchase price.
Suggested retail is $19,064. So
I don't think you got ripped off, buddy.
You paid what it was worth, and it's gonna last you. I don't know if they fixed it. Do you think they fixed the transmission issues?
I haven't seen.
Or is it too soon to tell? I don't know. But when they get transmission issues,
it's normally from neglect. As long as you change your transmission fluid, do a drain and fill with Honda transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, you're fine. If you don't have no history on that car, I would definitely do that. And it's at 88,000 miles, so you're about to inherit a whole bunch of maintenance problems.
Yeah, please read your manual and see what time it's about to be for you. All right.
Most people will trade their car in at around 70, 80,000 miles because they know 90 to 100, you got to do tune-up. You got to do timing belt. You got to do all filters. You got to do this. The list go on and on and on to bring that car back up to speed. And us people that don't know would think, oh, man, it's got low miles. This is wonderful. And they go on and on without reading their book. And guess what? The car breaks down. And they're like, oh, man, I got scammed. I bought a piece of junk. No, you just didn't do the maintenance.
You got to be educated. Like, you're not getting, like I said.
Hopefully that helps.
Hopefully that helped you, Carlos. Gail Kennedy says, you were totally right about my 2015 Chrysler 200. Oil cooler and transfer unit failed and had to replace it.
Ugh.
It's beautiful condition and loaded and now performs great. Cool. She got the 3.6 Pentastar? Well, she said oil cooler, so I guess.
Yeah. The 4-cylinder.
All right. So we got Patrick says, I have a 2019 300 with the Pentastar and no issues.
Wow. So they probably did fix it. Right. Drop the mileage, Patrick. What mileage you're sitting at right now?
Yeah, let us know. I'll skip to the bottom and check it. Tuscan says, I've been seeing Versas get repoed too. Oh yeah, you got to think. Guys, I will say this, and I've learned this by just being in the business. Different people buy different cars for different reasons. So you have people that go out here and they don't know how to run the car, and they run the car into the ground, and guess what? It get repoed. Or people who don't have a lot of money, they'll buy your Versas. They'll buy your
little cheap cars.
What is it?
Sonics
and Sparks and Cruises and things like that. Versus my father-in-law, he buy nothing but Subaru. Period. So those are different types of things. But yeah, they do get repo, and I don't know if they fixed that CVT issue with those either. Cody says, I love my old car, 1975 Spitfire. That's easy to work on.
Nice.
It mostly sits in the garage covered.
Ooh, that thing worth some money.
Trisha says, are Hondas as reliable as everyone says?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to tread kind of lightly, but I'm going to say it anyway. Every car is a great car, as long as the previous owner maintained it. Yeah. Any car can be a bad car if the previous owner just straight up dogged it out, not changed the oil. Yeah, I see people get Toyotas all the time and have to bring it right to the shop for major engine work or engine replacement because the previous owner had a hose bust, kept running it, didn't ever change the oil. So Hondas are great. They have a great reputation of keep riding when maintenance items do, and that's what I'm gonna say. That's why Honda and Toyota got a good reputation
because they can take a beating.
They can take a beating. People who doesn't have a lot of funds can just neglect the heck out of them, and they just keep running and running and running. And finally, when they get some bad news, they sell the car, and regular people who think, oh, it's a Toyota, it's a Honda, it must be great. And we get it, and we inherit all these issues.
Right. So it's all about that maintenance. Now, yes. Would you advise that she buy a Honda brand new off the lot?
It depends. Like, it goes back to what we was talking about earlier. So if you didn't catch what we was talking about earlier, rewatch the live.
Excellent. Just watch the first little part.
Yeah.
But
about 15 minutes.
In my opinion, Hondas are reliable, as everybody say they are. But just because, I've seen a lot of people, it's a Honda. That don't mean neglect it. You still got to take care of it. Still got to do the maintenance.
It's a machine.
And I do know the Accords around 2008, they had major master cylinder failure around that time.
Brake master
cylinder failure in that time. So each car is going to come with its quirks. But the cream of the crop right now running are Toyota and Honda. So to answer your question, yes.
Nissan are dropped off now with their new, they got variable compression engines now. It's too new to say what's going to happen or how good that system is, but I think it's over complex and I think it's going to give issues. That's just my personal opinion.
Well, time will tell.
Variable compression? Come on now. That's a complicated engine. Complex and complicated engine.
2000 Cody says he has a 2009 Super Duty new, no problems.
What engine is that? Did they get rid of the 6.4 in 09? I think they did. If they did, you must have what came after the 6.4, the 6.7. You got the 6.7. Those engines are really good.
Yeah.
Or do you have the diesel? I jumped to conclusions because the Super Duties also come in the gas.
Ford, so I would buy a Ford truck off the lot because they're known, their track record is good. Now their cars are shaky. And I'm gonna say shaky because them old Fords back in the day, like the what's that cheap one everybody gets?
Taurus.
The Taurus, boy, it'll take you.
Man, that thing was like a Toyota.
You can ride a Taurus.
The Toyota or Ford. The Taurus, boy, them things took a beating.
Yeah,
it was just tanks.
But their trucks, they got a good track record. So certain stuff you definitely can buy. Samuel Adams says, checking in from Chi-Town.
Chi-Town, what's happening?
What's the weather like up there? I want to know. Dan's Learning Curve says 99 Camry, 430,000 miles. Original engine.
Wow.
Original transmission.
See, the greatest thing about those Camrys back in the day, they can pop timing belts. You can just neglect them and let them break, and they won't bend valves. They was non-interference engines, if I remember correctly. Don't hold me to that. I'm so used to working on new cars. But if I remember correctly, they can pop timing belts and not bend valves. So that's what kept the engines alive.
The American says, we're on our 4th Hyundai and we've had 0 issues with any of them. Plus, as long as one keeps receipt, Honda honors the warranty.
Okay, so I was right.
Right.
You got to keep receipts, meaning from other places or from...
Oh, tell us.
Yes,
are you only taking your Hyundai to...
Hyundai?
But he got receipts. That means he's also taking care of his Hyundai. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't exceptions to the rule, like American. Generally, Hyundais may suck, but there are a few unicorns out there who people maintain their car. Like
the Sorrento.
Nope. Tab.
Oh yeah,
she's got a Hyundai.
She got one of the first ones, the first gen, not first gen Sonata. The second gen, a third gen. 2013, whatever gen that was, and it done made it up to 200,000 miles. And that's burning the oil like no tomorrow, but she just keep putting the oil in it. I told her she need an engine rebuild now, and it's not worth it. Just make sure it's topped off with oil. But she used Royal Purple. That was her go-to oil, the best of the best she can find. And I changed it religiously, and it made it up to 200,000 miles. Original engine, original transmission. Because she listens to me.
So, I mean, shout out to you. You on your 4th Hyundai. Hey, they must like you. but then again, though, I won't discredit. If you know this information and you got receipts, you're probably taking care of your car, which is what you need to do on any vehicle. And some just need a little extra care than others for sure.
And the American, like I said, make sure you drop down and somewhere down here so we can know if you're... Can you take it to other places like mom and pop's oil change places? Let us know.
You got
oh, that's a 97 Accord.
97 Accord, 206,000 miles.
Yeah, that
but,
thing.
Hey, that thing's still running. ATL tester said Alex the Glock Doc. Get out of here. look, melodic laughing at his mouth. Man, you get him started talking about them guns, I'm leaving. I'm gonna just be like, all right, I'm gonna head out because this gonna be all night.
I'm gonna do a gun show and tell. Guys, drop down the content
please
thing down there to see if let me know if y'all want me to do that.
Tuscan says, any advisement on buying a first electric and or hybrid vehicle? I can tell you, I heard.
I'm gonna let you talk. I don't like electric.
He biased. Hybrid is fine. You like hybrid?
I do. I want the 4xe. Wrangler, yes.
Yeah.
And they make a Jeep Grand Cherokee. They combine the electric engine with a very well track record 4-cylinder. That 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that they use in the Wranglers, and I think I forgot what else they used it in, but it has a very good track.
Well, that's coming. I saw a Mustang that was hybrid. Oh no, that probably was all electric.
Yeah, that was that electric.
I don't know. It was
Mustang.
ugly though, but electric wise, I heard and I've researched consistently.
Listen to her.
The Nissan Leaf is supposed to be a good electric car. But outside of that...
Guys, let me tell you something about me. If I'm not interested in it, I'm not going to learn about it. And frankly, I'm not really interested in full-on electric.
I think you're an old school gasoline, oil-burning man. That's all that is. You
just like automatic transmissions. I'm not going to claim I know something that I don't know. Automatic transmissions, I can tell you if it's going out. And I can tell you, hey, get a second opinion to make sure I'm telling you right. And 8 times out of 10, I'll be right. It's going out. And most of the time, it has to be replaced.
But you know what? That's going out of style right now.
Rebuilds?
Yeah, nobody's really rebuilding transmissions like that anymore. So
I don't do transmission diagnostics. So some people, please don't call my shop saying, hey, can you diagnose my transmission? Because I'm gonna be like, if you're having problems with it, I can't help you. But if you want to help maintain it, I'm your guy for that. I changed the fluid.
Dan's learning curve says, "Hey, did you see my oil pump on my wagon fail? We gotta check it out."
Yeah.
If y'all into that vintage stuff, Dan is the man. I'm telling you.
Dan, I've been very busy at the shop, man. I've been staying late. I would have been staying late tonight. I did have stuff to do, but I wanted to come on for you guys because, like I said, I want to be consistent. Yeah, I took a week or two break because one of my guys passed away and it really hurt. So I had to get myself together and get the shop together. But now that I'm back on my feet, I try to make these things consistent. Wednesdays and Sundays, right?
Yes, but next week I'm going on a girls' trip with my road dog, so it won't be no Wednesday live, but it will be a Sunday.
Let me let my hair down and shave a little bit and put on a high pitched voice.
You're not coming.
You're not gonna better tell the difference.
No husband, no kids.
I got long hair. Guys, let me know if y'all want to see me with my hair down.
No. Keep it in the bun, honey, because I'm going to have fun. Bye. Samuel Adams says, "Same here. Love my guns and car videos."
Yes, sir. That's me all day, Samuel.
Hot Sizzle TV says, "Funny story. My old boss would get mad if you called diesel gas instead of fuel." I hope you saw me catch myself because I was about to say I'm putting gas in my car, but I know it's not gas. Fuel, yes. Janet says, "Jacksonville, Florida here." That's what I'm talking
nice.
about.
I'm going to come down there and visit you. We always down there in Florida.
Yeah, they got a new campground down there, I think, somewhere, but I think it's closer to Cocoa Beach, but we love Florida. We're there all the time. Zachary Atwood says, "Where or how is a great way to look into drivetrains that are reliable?" Oh, perfect answer right here, honey. This is your friend. Consumer Report. They are very accurate. Like in here, if you get this is their best and worst, but at the end of the year, it's all they do.
That's all I read.
This is all they talk about.
I just love looking at it. Just keep me up to speed on the new stuff because I'm a mom and pop shop and I don't really see newer things that's still in warranty. So I don't know. As soon as the vehicle's out of warranty, then I start seeing it. The only time I see new stuff is when I have to do gas drains for the military people who shipping their cars. So I have to drain fuel all the time. It's something that I do at my shop.
I just want to say this right here. I need to read this.
What?
I need to read this. Look at this. Dodge Charger, honey. It's in the green as reliable. Okay.
So they must have fixed something with it.
No. Shout out to them. We need to look into the app.
But I haven't seen
no more though.
No, they're not
done with that. So I guess
they say like after they
the best for last.
They fix all the problems and they stop making them.
Right.
Okay, whatever.
EGR, have you put a catch can on it?
I'm not allowed to. Let's just keep it at that. I'm not gonna speak of that because it is, according to the EPA, it is illegal to change anything dealing with the emission systems on a vehicle. You do not supposed to touch any emission related stuff on the vehicle. And if a shop call, especially a shop in my standings that I'm out here on the internet, if I'm caught doing something like that, I probably end up like the Diesel Boys. They had a channel where they would they advertised them deleting the DPF on diesel trucks, and they pretty much got shut down. So when
the EPA will get you, and they paying $25,000 to the snitches or something like that. So
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah,
you just have to do your own research. Let's just leave it at that.
Carlos says, "You are the GOAT. I was the one that asked about the low MPG. I think it could be the spark plugs." Last on Sunday. Yeah. I
Did I mention anything about spark plugs?
Yeah, I think
bring
so.
Bring it up to
speed. Yep. Awesome, Carlos.
Yeah, that's what's
some
up,
pilots
man.
are transmission jitters, but it gets fixed by changing the fluid.
Wait a minute. I had ran into that situation. I was working on an Odyssey. See, the Odyssey is basically a pilot because they all use the same drivetrain. Goes back to drivetrain. Drivetrain matters. And I changed the fluid for this guy. Honda transmission fluid. Honda is very finicky. And it got rid of the problem. So yes. Change transmission fluid faithfully.
ATL Taste Tester says maintenance is key on any car, no doubt.
Yep, this is the person right here. ATL Taste Tester. She got this little Mitsubishi
Galant.
Man, that thing done took her everywhere.
I challenge you to 1,000,000 miles on your gallant. You already got 100,000 miles.
No, she pushing. No, she about 2
head start. I'm only at like 1 something.
Oh.
I challenge you to 1,000,000 miles on your gallant. I'm gonna call you when I get off this live. We'll see. All right. Ryan says, "Hi Alex. I have a 14 Ram 1500 with a 5.7 Hemi. I've been using Mobil 1 for the past 80,000 miles. I was going to try Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. Will any issues arise? Thank you."
I don't think so. But I've heard, of course, this is heard. I don't have no facts to back this up. When you start using the oil, or I think no, it was for the synthetic. I don't know. It's all kind of weird sayings out there, but in my opinion, it's not gonna hurt. But if you want to switch over to Pennzoil because your research says the Pennzoil is better than the Mobil 1, go for it. It's not gonna hurt anything. I'm a Mobil 1 fan myself, but I'm kind of unbiased
when it comes to that.
When it comes to oils, because I will use any oil as long as it has a good track record and I'm getting it from a good source.
Mm-hmm. Bill's Barbecue. What you over there cooking, Bill?
Man, you just made me hungry,
right,
man.
You talking about barbecue now?
I need some ribs. Hope they tender. They're falling off the bone. That's what I want.
I'm more of a pulled pork gal myself. Let me know. Yeah. I got to go on your channel. Let me write that down. 2012 Chevy Malibu. I like Malibu. With 65,000 miles. Trans fluid draining field. Should I use Dextron? I think 5. I'm bad with Roman numerals. Synthetic blend or full synthetic?
What?
I'm not sure what it came from.
What you need to do, if you're unsure, and sometimes the AutoZone Advance, well, not AutoZone, their system is really good, but I know Advance is a little shaky. Sometimes they'll give you the wrong stuff. Mm-hmm. If you're ever unsure about this stuff, just go to the dealership, get the fluid from them. That way you can take the guesswork out of stuff. They designed the transmission. They're gonna sell the correct fluid for the vehicle.
You give them your VIN. Anytime you call dealership, give them your VIN. They're gonna sell you what you need.
That's what I recommend if you're ever unsure, because I had a situation where my dad took his car to NTB and they put some universal crap in his Subaru. We had to change out the car. I mean, the transmission.
Tore it up.
Yeah, tore it up. I tried everything. I flushed it and doing this. It got better, but he's the type of guy, he want his car 100%. If it's not 100%, just replace it.
He gonna go in the line and buy a brand new one.
Yeah. We
are. Brighton says, "Hey guys, haven't figured out that lean condition, but I did fix my hard start and weak acceleration on my Sonoma after changing out what I believe was the original ignition coils." Awesome. He was from Sunday. I remember.
Yeah, I remember him too. The Sonoma. Not too many people have the Sonoma.
Yeah. Kid Frankie 7 says, Honda Accord with 77,000 original miles. Any tips on bulletproofing and nice beneficial upgrades? What year is it?
Yeah, Honda Accord with 70. Yeah, I would need the.
Let us know what year and engine size. If it's
because normally the Honda Accord, they'll come in 2 different engine sizes, the V6 and the 4-cylinder, depending on what year, depending on what type of engine.
For sure. Guess who? Who that? I don't know.
I recognize his picture.
Yeah, I do. I know that name too. Mm-hmm. Patrick says, 104,927 miles. Yes, over 100K. Bought it used from Hertz in 2020. Done the regular maintenance, tune up and oil change every 5,000 miles. All I ever replaced was the alternator. I think he's got the 2019 Chrysler 300.
Oh yeah, we did tell him to. That's sweet.
I mean, that is sweet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That is for sure. So that's giving a hint. I mean, maybe the newer ones are reliable. Mm-hmm. It says Ryan says if you were going to buy a weekend car, Challenger 5.7 or Camaro 6.2 or a Corvette, in your opinion, which one would be the most reliable long term? Thank you. I'm gonna vote Challenger 5.7.
Man, no, I didn't get that heavy tick.
It's all right. At least I know that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You can get a Camaro tick too. What? A GM tick. What are you talking about?
Let's kill all this. I'm just gonna go get an SRT, or if I get the Corvette, it's gonna be the C8.
Either way, you gonna get a tick.
The C8 has a flat plane crank, and it's a whole different design beast. It has nothing to do with that 6'2".
But out of the options that he asked, the 5'7",
I don't like his options.
Ryan, he said, come up with some more options. Listen,
SRT, man.
The 5.7.
Go big, go home. They don't have that lifter problem.
But
like that.
So you know, that 6'2" will tick 2.
Yes.
And that 5'7" will tick 2. Now,
the Corvette don't have DOD, and we don't really see Corvettes like that. So, but out of your list, I'm gonna choose Corvette.
I'm just saying. I mean, I guess if you're talking reliability, but if you want to be sexy on the streets, get you a Challenger. That's all.
A 6'2" Challenger.
What you mean? Oh, you talking about the
SRT?
Yeah, but either way,
the 6'2" is the Hellcat, and the 6'4" is the 392.
You gonna get the tick either way with them 5'7" and 6'2". That's all I'm saying. And Discipline said, get you a Lexus. Okay.
There you go.
ISF, RCF.
Now they're
IS 500.
They're bland to look at. I'm gonna say that. I'm not too big of a fan, but I'd rather be bland and passing charge or GM on side of the road. Hey. Dang.
Somebody said,
I wonder what happened to your motor.
Somebody says if Toyotas weren't so ugly, he would get a Toyota. So he'd rather get he was mad at his Pentastar breaking down. And he said if Toyotas weren't so ugly, he would get that. I was like, that is so
Lexus and Toyota, they're the same thing.
Yeah. That is so interesting. Lex says, hope y'all are having a great day. Lex Automotive. That's one of my favorite YouTubers right there.
Yeah, good guy.
Patrick said, y'all got me scared that car may bought to start giving me problems.
Which one?
Listen, now, Patrick, we just telling you the information.
Which car he got?
He got the 2019 Pentastar.
Do it? No, I don't think
the 2019 Chrysler 300.
I don't think that's going to give him problems. I think they did fix the issue. I have to ask my man JT. That's all he talk about.
That's all he work on Dodge.
Yeah,
but
go check out his channel, JT.
If you
online mechanic tips.
If it do give you problems, at least there's enough information so you know what you're getting yourself into. It's pretty straightforward with Pentastar, in my opinion. It's always the same problem.
I enjoy working on them. It's such a pleasure to work on the Pentastar. I must say that. I'd rather work on a Pentastar any day than pull some heads off. It's just so accessible. It's just a pleasure to work on. And when it's a pleasure to work on for me, it's a pleasure for your wallet at home.
Right. You. That's what that means. Because that 5'7" take way more work.
Way more money.
Samuel Adams. I feel like Samuel Adams is the name of a beer.
It is.
Okay.
Something like that.
Sam, he says, we're getting tornado warnings right now. Oh, dang. Up in Chi-Town. This weather is crazy.
Man, you stay safe, man.
Yeah, you do. Cold Man says, thanks for the content. I got a 2012 Malibu with a 2.4 engine, 125,000 miles. No problem with it currently. But your videos on the timing chains or similar engines concern me.
Yes,
should I replace the T-chain?
Yes, get it checked. I would take it in, even if it's not leaking. I repeat, even if it's not leaking, get your valve cover checked. Because eventually, if it hasn't been changed yet, it's going to start leaking anyway. So you're not doing it out of vain.
In vain.
Thank you, sweetie. You're not doing it in vain. Say, hey, I want my I want my valve cover changed. And while you're in there, can you check and make sure my guides are in place and not falling apart? Or if you have the money to spare, just throw a chain at it.
Preventive maintenance.
And
preventive maintenance.
You will have a reliable engine. I love that 2.4. That's the only problem that it gives, really.
And they take a
manifolds.
beating. They take a beating too.
Oh yeah,
I've seen them Malibus with like 300,000.
Not a lot of people have money. It's a Malibu thing, because I see all of them dogged out, and people who don't have a lot of money buy the Malibus. They look good, they ride good, they're good on fuel. They're not powerhouses, but you're not buying it for that most time. And they just dog them out, and they just keep running.
Guess what? My little brother has a Malibu, and he wants me to sell him the 5.7 Durango. I was like, you're a fool, but okay.
We'll sell it to him.
Billy D says, sup, guys? What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Samuel says, please do a gun show. I'm gonna let him one day.
Y'all tempting.
Go ahead and start a separate channel.
If this YouTube channel make it where I need it to be, and I have more free time, I'm definitely gonna do a gun channel. Just hands down.
Manuel says, any advice on what to look for in a car? Subaru Outback 2009 that has been sitting in the street for about a year.
Ain't
nothing wrong with the Subaru Outback. I mean,
I used to work at Subaru.
Yeah.
And those cars didn't give many issues. Now the CVT.
Not all. Wait a minute. Outbacks.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, but you said Subaru. Don't get the Tribeca.
Oh no, that was a whole different thing. I don't know what that was.
Outbacks are fine. What to look for? He's saying.
I would definitely go with the 4-cylinder. It's a lot easier to maintain. Look for service records, of course. Like I mentioned before, any car can be a bad car if it wasn't previously maintained. Get the 4-cylinder, not the 6, because it's harder to maintain and more expensive for your wallet. Yes, you're gonna have a blast driving it. Yeah, is the 4-cylinder fast? No, but it's a station wagon. You're not looking for blowing by people anyway, unless you're somebody like me. I'm actually gonna drop a V8 in my Outback.
Sometimes I just got to let the man do what he do. He said, yeah, let your hair out. I got long hair too. Listen, Alex, only reason why he has a man bun is because I got tired of dragging him to the barbershop once a year. One day I just said, you know what? Forget it. Go ahead.
My hair down to my back. It's probably back. Show on my hair.
Probably about right up in here somewhere.
Yeah. It's long.
Atlanta ATL takes my ooh la la girls trip. You know it. I'm out of here. She says, do a gun video. Lord. He just want to show y'all his judge. That's all.
No, I got more than
The American says, I do all my own maintenance and keep all of the receipts on the products I purchase. Oh, okay. So he's saying back to the Hyundai.
Oh yeah, my question I had.
He does all his own stuff, but he keeps the receipts.
And they allow you to do that? That's awesome.
Now
that's pretty good. That's some shedded light on the situation here and there.
I specifically use Valvoline full synthetic oil, transmission fluid, and OEM filters. Dealer says great. Perfect.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I thought they had some type of trickery, like it was a gimmick to just bring it to them so they can stuff their mouths with more money.
Right.
Interesting.
I will say record keeping though is a lost art because a lot of CarShield customers get denied because CarShield say, well, look, let me see the receipts for the oil change. They can't even produce those, especially if you have a warranty company. So I think what I've learned here from the American and his experience, and you guys can take too, if you're getting oil changes, save your stuff. Save it. Save your receipts. If you're doing it yourself, get you a little folder, a little binder.
Those be the best cars. We bought cars from the auction. When I pop open that glove box to see a binder, I'm like, score.
Yeah.
And they be the best running cars. Yeah. Like nothing, it probably be an alternator or something minor wrong with it or misdiagnosed from a bonehead mechanic. And yeah, that's it. And it'd be easy fix and ride like a brand new car.
Jeremy Anderson says, do you know anything about the pedal commander?
Look, guys, I'm not speaking about cylinders and things that can get me in trouble.
Message us on Instagram.
Yes, I do. Yes. Hit me up on Instagram. I will share. I can't get in trouble on Instagram.
Philly D says, I found out on my own Honda that they like Amsoil transmission fluid as well.
Amsoil is a great company. Amsoil have been doing their thing for a good little minute, and it is trusted by my book. Expensive, but you get what you pay for in this country.
Yeah, that's right. My Ulrich says, my car's been lightly blowing white smoke out of the tailpipe recently, but I kept my eye on it. My oil and coolant reservoir are barely lost a drop. Could it smoke if it only burns a very tiny amount? He's got the Jeep 4.7.
Yeah, it don't take much oil in the system to make it smoke, guys. Yeah, it don't take much. So it's probably burning just a little bit of oil. It's probably got high miles.
How many miles on it?
It's the 4.7, so it's an older generation. I think they had the 4.7 around in the 2000 there. just keep it riding. It's not worth fixing, in my opinion.
Kid
Maybe
Frankie
for you.
said it's a 94 Honda wagon. And I knew that I was going to forget what he said. I should have started that.
I remember. The Honda. He was saying what upgrades and.
Oh, okay. Can he make
something else? He said
upgrades to make it reliable and
something else. He
more
said
fun. Well,
guys,
what kind of upgrades?
This goes back to the emission stuff. I'm never.
It's a 94 though.
Still, I don't trust the EPA. They probably watching me. One of y'all probably the EPA trying to get me.
Kid Frankie might be the EPA. I don't know.
Hit me up on Instagram, man. Alex the car doctor.
Yeah, so y'all can check. You know, there's a Threads thing now. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm doing fine, Mr. Terrence. We doing okay. All right, guys, we got to start winding down. It's been an hour. We've been sitting here with you guys, but we're going to try to get some more questions. Alex is a man, and the great mechanics always give some good old honest advice.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I do my very best.
Yeah. Style Knack says, I have a 21 Challenger V6 Pentastar engine with 20,000 miles. Will I inevitably have the rocker tick, or did they fix it?
We was just talking about that.
We was just talking about that and how Patrick has a 2019 and he hasn't had any issues. And then I was showing in the
it's got a reliable report.
It has a pretty good reliability thing. We haven't seen any, but then again, you know.
And I think some of them out of warranty, like that 2018. We had a head gasket blow, and I think her water pump went. If I remember correctly, she just kept driving, and her excuse was, "Oh, I thought that symbol meant," because the car was trying to tell her running hot, stop engine. She was like, "Oh, I thought it was what excuse."
She
it
was so cute. The weather. I was like, "Oh my gosh."
So that's why I do this, guys, to educate people, because but people don't know.
That car is 2 years old. Hopefully, they have fixed it.
I think they have.
I think they have, but if they did, that's messed up. That because they're not making the Chargers. It's like, why y'all ain't been fixed the issue. Jeremy says, answering questions like this is awesome. Thank you. I'm subscribed to JT too.
Oh, nice.
Both are honest and blunt, good men. Yeah, he is a funny guy. Yeah. Silent says, bro, I need help. He says, my Dodge Charger RT25 2015 does ticking sound. Its lift is silent. I know you wish your car was silent, but it's not ticking. And if you keep driving it, you may risk scarring up your cams.
You're going to chew into that cam.
Go ahead and get that checked out. And if you're around the Atlanta area, we are here for you. Okay, give us a call. Travesty. Oh, what's up, Travesty? Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor. I got a 19 Pentastar swapped into my 14 Ram 1500. Found out after installing the 19 motor and the 19 engine wiring harness. I can't talk. I'm running out.
It's a different engine.
Had to swap the 19 harness out and put the 14 harness in.
You had to do some work to upgrade it. Yeah, same. It'll hook up and everything, motor mount wise, placement, all that stuff, hook up to the transmission. But those sensors and EGR, unless you can go in and tune stuff, and it's easy to swap the harness and the computer or whatever the case may be.
I really enjoy these live chats. Thanks for doing them. Yes, so after school starts back, our lives will be a little bit more steady, guys, and summer will be over, and we can be here every Wednesday and every Sunday for you. Right after I come back from my girls trip. I'm out of here. I'm gonna miss you. Are you gonna miss me? I done told you about smooching on live. We can't be. The Vic 7 says, just passed 200K on my 2013 Dodge Dart. Oh, man.
A Dart?
I'm impressed.
Look, my guys, we have a Dart. What year is that Dart? A 13 or 14?
Push a car.
I'll be dogging that car out. I can't tear them up, my wife says. So.
No, and you cannot shoot them. He does that. Mr. Boss, 2011 Traverse with 132,000 miles. I get about 3 oil changes a year. Is that too much? And what can I do to keep my vehicle running longer other than an oil change? You getting sleepy?
Yeah, worked hard today.
Yeah.
3 oil changes a year. Really, it boils down to how much you drive. You may only drive 5,000 miles, 10,000 miles a year, and yeah, that sounds about right. and it's never too much. I've seen people change their oil every 1,000 miles. It's just whatever floats your boat. If you have the money to do so, go ahead.
Or is it synthetic oil? You know, using the best oil.
Yo, definitely, I would definitely be using the best oil.
But he's got a Traverse. What about the time change? Is that
it's
inevitable for him?
I think so. It's gonna stretch and start giving issues. If you've been taking care of it, it's probably gonna last you up to 200,000 miles, somewhere around there. Because I've seen people religiously take care of their 3.6, and around 200,000 miles, the time and change stretch or something go wrong with it, or the phasers go out, and yeah, you gotta change that chain. And by that time, it may not be worth it for a 2011 for you.
Mm-hmm. But you're doing good. I'm proud of you for, you'll be surprised how many people don't change their oil. It's a trip. The American says, P.S. I'm strongly considering buying a 23 Dodge Charger GT all-wheel drive. Seems Dodge and Ram have been doing a great job quality, reliability-wise over the last 3 years. Note, you are both terrific, and thank you.
Oh, I appreciate
hey,
that, American.
I'm according to this.
Yes, hey, it's on point.
Go ahead and get it. Yeah. Go ahead and get it.
And you gotta love that all-wheel drive, man. That all-wheel drive. I had a chance to drive an all-wheel drive, an older Charger. And the guy who brought it to me, he deal with auction cars, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't get it to spin tires. It just hooks and go." He like, something wrong with it. I drove it down there. This is before I knew it was all-wheel drive, and I'm like, this is strange. It's driving like a Subaru. I got back, looked behind of it, AWD. I was like, oh, that is awesome. I would love to have this Charger.
So yeah, get that.
It was
Charger,
a V8
man.
too.
Manuel says, gracias. De nada. Okay. My Spanish on point. Okay. All right. Jeremy says, please, do you know anything about the Gen 1 Coyote motor? I have a 13 F-150, regular maintenance, oil, coolant, and last summer transmission service. Have you heard anything about these?
I can tell you this. I don't see too many Coyote issues. They're pretty good. I don't see them in my shop, so that means it's a good thing. Cars that I don't see in my shop, that's pretty good. Now, every now and then I come across them in the Jaguar variants, and I have to do valve covers or something weird. And I've heard you have to change the timing chain, something with the timing chains on them. But other than that, I think they're pretty solid engines.
All right, guys, we're going to just wrap it up. I'm going to just fly through some stuff right here. The American, he taking care of his cars. Y'all learn from him. Keep them receipts, okay? He log all his maintenance stuff, everything. So I love that. And hey, he says that those Hyundais have been treating him well. He says he's from New York, Mr. Boss. Oh, okay, much love and respect. I have a Traverse, no major issue. Oh, okay. I think we answered. We answered him already. Tariq Moore, big facts. Tariq.
Hey, what's going on, homie?
We miss you, Tariq. Kid Frankie says, no, I don't do the ops. Okay, that's
what
why
talking about.
We talking about he might be the EP. It's grassroots and foundational wealth and information I receive and pass along. Always great to see black couples changing lives. Hey, man, when you said you don't do the ops, you all right with me?
Yeah, you all right with me. I'm talking about maybe other people out here. I don't know.
Hi, you two. Hope you had a great anniversary.
Yes, we did. We had a blast. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate. Okay, melodic tunes in there. Be dropping stuff in there. Awesome live. I learned a lot. Thank you both. You're so welcome.
Somebody outside shooting fireworks.
I don't know. They celebrating. I mean, we do kind of still live in the hood. They might be shooting. Get out of here. Says, any issues to look out for on a Toyota Prius with higher mileage?
The hybrid battery. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Tariq said it. The battery.
Oh,
there you go, Tariq.
Beat me too.
Tariq works for us, actually.
That's why that man know his stuff. So y'all listen to him.
Yeah, he works for us. Been working for us since 2020.
Been trained up by the best.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
It's Alex, the car doctor. Duh. Trey Grimes says, I have a 2014 Chrysler 300. 140,000 miles, taken care of very well. I just started having a milky substance flow out of my coolant reservoir when it's running. Any thoughts?
Chrysler 300. I would need to know what engine. But you may, if you're not having any overheating issues, You said out of the oil, milky substance in the oil.
Coolant reservoir.
Oh,
when it's running.
You may have a busted transmission cooler, because depending on most transmission coolers are shared by the radiator, the coolant. So coolant actually flows around this coil, and inside the coil you have a thin wall aluminum and aluminum structure, and the aluminum structure will crack, allow transmission fluid to enter the cooling system. And I do think that 3.6 has that type of setup. So you may want to check into that and not drive it, because it can become a bigger problem and cost you more money if you keep driving it.
If it's not overheating.
So yeah, you need to check into that seriously.
All right, last question of the night goes to Charlie Jones. What do you think about the 20?
Lift the problems.
Dang, I ain't even. Let me finish your question, Charlie. I ain't about to let him.
I see that 2014 Silverado.
I ain't about to let him just cap your question like that, Charlie. He says, "What do you think about a 2014 Silverado LTZ 5.3?"
I rest my case.
It's gonna be some lifter issues, Charlie, especially on it. Yeah.
And
but the LTZ mean it's nice inside.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful truck. Oh, it looks mean and everything. Oh, it looks is amazing.
Yeah. All right, Colonel Buckshot says, "Hello, Alex and family. Been watching your channel for a while. Enjoy your positive attitude."
Oh, appreciate
you know what,
that,
honey?
man.
In this life, you gotta smile and you gotta laugh. You have to. You have to find a piece of joy, because I ain't gotta tell y'all that the world around us is crazy.
Teresa said, "Lift the problem for real."
Right. And that's why Alex is so positive. I actually got my positivity after being married to him for so long.
And I got my positivity for listening to new age country music.
Yeah, for real though. And I'm going to see Sam Hunt. Anyway, guys, we love you. We hope you learned something from this live. We will see you on the next one, which will be, when will it be?
Sunday. No, not Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
My wife is the techie person, and the
he
number
ain't gonna know what to do. Alex gonna be on this thing upside down, trying to figure it out. So I will be going. My husband is nice enough to send me away and enjoy myself, and y'all check on him, because he gonna be here by himself, no wife, no kids, and guns and stuff.
Definitely guns.
I might need to. I don't know. Anyway.
Y'all donate me some bullets.
Gotta laugh or you cry. That's right. So next Sunday we will be signing on for a Q&A. Get your questions. Tell your mom and them something happened with your car between then. Come on to the live. All right. Till then, peace and blessings to all of you.
Alex, the car doctor out.
See you guys on the next. Will you let me say my line?
I got you this time. I got you.
Y'all see y'all later.
Y'all take care.